What's up, fellas? Here is how to unrestrict your Stellarwave melody. Let's get into it. Now that you guys have your wonderful keytar restricted here, you're gonna want to go back to Lyran, obviously. Well, you just got it from Lyran, so you're gonna want to talk to Lyran again. You're gonna get 3 quests here. Your 3 unrestricted quests are going to be catch 1 sparkling Aurora Icinade with the Stellarwave melody. It has a chance for Aurora, so don't worry, it shouldn't be that hard. You need to activate each anomaly once. I'll explain that in a moment here. And you need to activate the 12 star signs, which I will also explain right after I explain what the anomalies are. So for the whole anomalies thing, like you guys actually did for Lyran, as you knew, you needed to actually activate the telescope. Meaning, yes, unfortunately, you're going to need to craft the other lenses. So I'm not going to go over and explain what you need for each lens, because if you talk to him and ask him to craft lenses, for each individual lens, he will tell you what materials you need and exactly where they come from, with the inclusion of something that is completely unrelated to the location. You should know where it is if you don't. Let's move on to the next step, guys. So for the next part, which is the 12 star signs, I'm going to give you this list here. This is pretty much the instructions if you don't want to watch ahead, but if you do want to watch ahead, I'll explain and show you all the preferred baits and tell you the locations of all of the stuff. So for the Virgo, you will need the Boreal Man of War. For the Libra, you're going to need the Goliath Siphonophore, which is the hunt inside of the cave. For Gemini, you're going to need a Starlight Seahorse. The reason I labeled these all the cave is because they're all inside the same cave as Lyran. For Cancer, you're going to need Crab Cage, which is found directly... For Cancer, you're going to need King Crab, which is found directly outside of the portal. And for Capricorn, you're going to need a 4-horned Sculpin, which is actually found here by these little ice pockets right here. For the for the Aries, you're going to need Frigid Antlers. For Aquarius, you're going to need a Shimmering Silver Side. For Leo, you're going to need a Ruby Lionfish. For Scorpio, you're going to need a Scorpion Fish, which you also get from crab cages. For the Sagittarius, you're going to need a Broken Arrow. For Taurus, you need a Bull Shark. And last but not least, Pisces, you're going to need a Largemouth Bass. Once you've finished all that, make sure you come back to Lyran and unrestrict your beautiful stellar melody. Now that you've got all the things, here are the stats, and let's go show you the passive and explain it a little more in depth. So guys, I did want to explain a little more in depth about like the mutations and the passive and all that, but as of now, we don't really have anything. All I know is that this is really the passive on screen here. You will get all these symbols and you will need to click all of them in order to get a big progress boost, and the farther you go, the more progress you get. I will show you in a second here what can happen if you reach the end. So guys, I got the Scylla here to explain a little better what the passive does. If you'll notice, it gives a huge, absolutely huge progress boost, especially if you get towards the end. Let me go show you the mutations and tell you the multipliers for them and whatever chances I can tell you. So the mutations this rod has is Celestial, which is a 4x, and the current chance to obtain this from the rod is unknown. The next mutation this rod has is Aurora, which is a 6.5x. The chances for this are currently also unknown. The next mutation specialized to this rod is known as Melody. It is an 8.18x. and the chances to obtain it are an 18.8%. And the final mutation you can obtain from this rod is known as Synth. It is an 8.8x multiplier, and it can be obtained at an 8.8% chance from this rod. That is all, guys. I really hope this helped you, and have a wonderful time unrestricting this rod. Bye, man.